and welcome. Matt here again, this time to offer you a blend class that's a little bit short and sweet, and higher intensity. So going to be perfect to start your day off with, intended for the morning time or anytime you need a little pick-me-up. So go ahead and join me in a comfortable seat. I'm here in rock pose, sitting on my heels. Wherever you end up is perfect. Make your way there and allow the hands to find where they naturally want to be today, whether it's on the thighs or knees or maybe on the body. I'm choosing my hands on my body today. It's a way to directly connect to the breath. Let's all do that with some big clearing breaths through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, big breath in. Open mouth, push it out. Have another one. Keep exhaling with one more big breath in. This time let it be a sigh out. Seal the lips. Check back in with your hands and your breath. Hands are relaxed and resting. Arms rest. Let your face be relaxed. Shoulders melt. Allow the breath to travel deep down into the pit of your belly, starting to fill from the bottom up. And when you exhale, start at the top. Let the chest fall, and then the belly. Inhales to fill the belly up into the chest. And empty out from the chest, then the belly. Have a few rounds. Let yourself return to this breath each time you notice that your attention has wandered. Come right to the present moment. With your gaze pointed down, start to flutter your eyes open. And if you are using the playlist that I provided in the comments below, go ahead and hit play on that. And if not, that's fine too. Put on your own music, or silence is better too. We're going to come all the way onto our back for a supine butterfly pose. So come all the way down. We'll meet in resting pose. That's with the knees bent and the feet planted. Spine relaxes all the way down. See how you feel here, noticing the entire spine flush with the earth. And begin to enter your butterfly pose. So the bottoms of the feet come together and the knees go wide. And now here, if you notice that this takes you immediately past your edge, it's a little too intense, try making fists with your hands, lifting the knees slightly and sliding your fists underneath your hips, almost underneath your butt for some extra support. Notice where the hands naturally want to fall, whether it's on the body or next to you, taking up space. Come right back to your breath. Observe your edge, and with each exhale, relax a little more. we are about halfway through our time here. Observe if the hips have unwound any amount. Maybe the knees have begun to make their way a little closer down towards the earth. Come back to your edge, that comfortable discomfort. Return to your breath. Allow your hands to find the outside edges of your knees, and on an inhale, use the hands to help the knees together. Move nice and slow and gentle. Once you get there, let the knees meet and let the feet come a little bit wider, maybe as wide as your yoga mat. Feel your entire spine remain flush down with the mat. Few big breaths right here. On an inhale, begin to pull your knees up into your chest and give them a squeeze, whether you wrap your hands around your shins or hands behind the knees. And then maybe enjoy some rocking motion left and right here. Massage the low back. Good. Let your arms come out to a T. We'll just let the knees fall over to the right. A quick twist here, we won't hold that long. Knees go right, maybe the gaze goes left. On an inhale, lift the knees up to center, and as you exhale, knees go left, gaze goes right. On your next inhale, come through to center. One final squeeze of the knees. Good. This time we're going to come up to a seat. Go ahead and kick your feet forward and back. Get a little momentum going. Up to a seat, and then we'll come all the way onto our belly, setting up for Sphinx Pose. So come on down. Coming onto your belly and propping yourself up onto your forearms. And really quick, checking your alignment, grab opposite elbow here. This helps us keep the elbow underneath the shoulder. And then the hands come forward, so we've got a nice 90-degree bend in the elbow here. Now draw your attention to your feet. Feet are either hips width apart or maybe a little wider if that feels better in the low back. Yeah. Tops of the feet are on the mat, and then the legs relax. Feel your pubic bone rest down and into the mat. And feel your palms and forearms and elbows gently pushing down into the mat, just enough so that you're keeping yourself upright. You have a nice tall spine here, crown of the head draws up, chin parallel with the earth, and the shoulders relax away from the ears. Riding your edge here and gently feeling your chest make its way through the gate of your arms. Gently, with time, deepening the curve of your back Check back in with your breath. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, chest, belly. We have about a minute remaining here, so if you would like to expand on your edge and take this a little deeper, you can find seal pose. Fanning the hands out to the side so the thumbs point forward, push down and into the hands. Working the arms towards straight, but making sure not to lock the elbows. Relax the legs, pubic bone is heavy, shoulders drape away from the ears, big breaths. Begin to lower to your forearms if you lifted into a belly rest. Stack palm on top of palm, forehead to earth. Go ahead and rest. You might feel naturally inclined to rock your hips left and right on the mat or have some windshield wipers with the legs, sending the feet up and then letting them go left and right. Good. Let the hands come underneath your shoulders. Push up through table, hands and knees. And we're gonna come to sit on our heels. Yeah. Or wait, I lied. We're gonna come to stand on the knees. That's what we meant. Good. From here, begin to tuck your toes under. See if you can get all 10 of them. Good. And we're gonna start to push the hips back, sitting down onto the heels. Toe stretch. How about just a minute here? It's like 10 big breaths. Hands rest on the thighs. Maybe you need a little prayer for this one so the hands are at heart center. Come back to your breath. Let the intensity of your breath match the intensity of this pose. It's a big one, I know. We're more than halfway through. Here we go, big breath in. Exhale, hands come in front of you, untuck the toes and gently tap the tops of your feet on the mat. Oh yeah. Yeah, now go ahead and sit back on the heels. This time we're gonna stretch the tops of the feet and the fronts of the ankles. So let your hands come behind you. Start to lift your knees up. Good, any amount is fine. Just about 10 breaths right here. about halfway through. Adjust to find your edge again if you need to. On your next exhale, go ahead and lower the knees back down. Come into table, hands and knees. You can once again tap the tops of the feet on the mat again if you need to. Good. You can lift the feet and roll the ankles, whatever you intuitively feel called to do here. And we will meet in a child's pose. So the toes are going to touch, the knees go wide. Then you start to push your hips back towards your heels. The hands start to walk their way forward. Hands are nice and wide as your yoga mat. Forehead comes to the earth. Let your arms be straight. Hips gently push back towards the heels. Enjoy your child's pose. Let your hands relax, your arms relax. Each exhale unwinds the shoulders, inviting the chest a little closer down towards the earth. You're halfway through your time here. Should you need to expand on your edge, you might gently sneak the knees a little wider or inch your fingertips a little bit further forward. Sink back in. Allow 3 more mindful breaths right here in your child's pose. Maybe beginning to turn on your Ujjayi pranayama, that victorious breath, right? Putting a gentle tone into the back of the throat like you're fogging up a mirror. And on an inhale, we'll begin to enter some rolling cats and cows. So inhale, rock right up into cat pose. Tuck the chin, arch the back. And as you exhale, roll through cow. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, and push back into child's pose. Inhales to rock up into cat, arching the back, tucking the chin, rocking forward. Exhale, tilting the booty up, lifting the gaze, squeeze the shoulders, push it back. Good. Doesn't matter how you look here. Exhale, push it back. Exploring whatever movement you need here. If you need to add on some circles with the hips, please do. Get the head and neck involved if you like. Keep building the breath. If you were doing a circle shape, take it the opposite direction. Good, friends. Please meet me in table, hands and knees. This is a little bit different of a version of puppy pose than we normally see here, at least at Soul Yoga. Let's try. Tuck the toes underneath. See if you can get all 10 toes under. Good. Hips push back towards the heels. Now the hands walk forward, but only a little bit. We can adjust. Let the forehead come down to the mat, and the arms stay strong and engaged. Elbows are lifted. You're pushing down and into the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto your back. Feel that little elbow, that joint, or that front kind of like eyeball part of your elbow here. Begin to feel that turn and face forward. So they're not facing in, they're facing forward towards the front of your mat. Okay, friends, we're going to keep this nice and strong here. Upper body should stay the same. All we do is start to push into the feet, lift the hips into a downward facing dog. Woo! That was a little different, wasn't it? That's okay. Keep the knees bent. Maybe you start to bicycle the feet out here. Paddle it out. Sway the hips. Take what you need here. A few big breaths in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, begin to lift your gaze, and we're going to take some tiny little tiptoe steps all the way to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Engage the core. The last few are tough. Do your best. Cool. Here's a forward fold. Feet are either touching or hips width apart. On an inhale, hands come to your shins. Draw the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. Nice bend in the knees if you need to. And on an inhale, arms come all the way on up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, swan dive to a forward fold. Hello, plants. Okay. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, or they can be on the earth. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to step back to plank. Top of a push-up. Cool. I'm going to teach one modified. Lower the knees and untuck the toes. On an exhale, lower to the belly. Keep those elbows squeezed in. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back. Nice wide chest. Exhale, push up through table. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths right here. There's 1. 2 more. Good. Exhale completely. Then lift the gaze. Exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. However you get there is fine. Here's a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Lead with the heart as you float down. Inhale, half lift. Crown of the head draws forward. Weight is in the heels. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Step back, plank pose. Your version of a vinyasa. Maybe you lower halfway down, chaturanga. Maybe it's an up dog now. Otherwise, there's the modified version. We'll meet in down dog. 2 more breaths right here. Crank the ujjayi. 1 more, sun salutation A. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, arms come up and overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands come heart center. Good. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exit, plank pose. There we go. You know what you're doing. Cool. 1 more vinyasa, your version. Exhale to lower. Inhale to baby cobra or up dog. We'll meet in down dog. Once again, traveling to the front of your mat. Inhale to lift the gaze. Exhale to travel. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Right into chair pose, Utkatasana. So start to sink the hips down. Feet are either hips width apart or touching.
but take a peek down. Make sure you can see your big toes. If you can't see your big toes, that means the hips need to go back a little bit more. Sit up tall, reach the fingers high, gentle tuck of the tailbone. Good, let's start to get heavy over in our right foot and start to hover the left foot. We're gonna play with warrior three. So the hands can come to heart center, left foot kicks back, toes point down, crown of the head draws forward, working towards one straight line here. If you fall out, come right back in. And gracefully transitioning to a high lunge. Ooh, maybe you fall, that's okay. High lunge, step that left foot way back. You're on the very ball of that foot, so on heel above toes. Legs are strong. When you're ready, arms reach up. Biceps squeeze the ears, shoulders roll on and down the back. Legs are strong, gentle tuck of the pelvis. Big inhale here. Exhale, let's do an extended pyramid. So straighten out the front leg. You're still high on the back toes. Exhale, fold. Hands can be on the mat, maybe a little challenge, and they're reaching back towards the back of your mat. Crown of the head either reaches straight forward or maybe relaxes down towards the shin. Strong core, inhale back up into high lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Pivot and plant the back foot. Arms come out to a T, everything squared to the long edge of your mat this time. Make sure you can see your right big toe. If not, that right knee needs to move over to the right a little bit more. Wrists in line with the shoulders. Drishti, your gaze over the middle left finger. Gentle tuck of the tailbone. Sink deep. Reverse warrior, flip the right palm up. Exhale, left hand slides down the back leg. Big stretch from the right hip to the right shoulder. Inhale, side angle pose. Right forearm to right thigh. Left arm slices past the crown of the head. But check it out. If you're rounding in the shoulders and your chest is facing down, try reaching your left hand straight up instead. Feel that open the chest. Otherwise, left hand reaches forward, palm face down. If you have the space, feel free to bring your right hand down to the earth. A few more breaths here. Sink a little lower. Exhale, dragonfly twist. Left hand comes down, right arm is high. Final inhale. Exhale, the right hand comes down, three-limb dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift into plank, your version of a vinyasa. Knees lifted or lowered, you decide. Lower on an exhale. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale through table, right to plank, or we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, round it in, tuck the chin. Inhale, all the way on up to stand. Exhale, down into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink deep, fingertips reach up, biceps squeeze the ears. Do your best. Good, getting ready to get light in the right foot this time, heavy in the left. Here's our warrior three play time. So I'm gonna move away from this plant a little bit. Hands come to heart center, the right foot starts to reach back behind us. Toes point down. Good. A few more breaths right here, balancing. And when you're ready, on an exhale, it's that high lunge. Right foot steps way back. Good. Hips are squared to the front of the mat. Hands reach up when you're ready. Sink a little lower into that left knee if you need to. Walk the feet a little wider. You're right up on the very ball of that right foot. That toe stand prepared us, right? Yeah, you see what I did there? Squeeze the inner thighs together. Keep the legs strong. You're almost through. Stay high on that back foot. Straighten the right leg. Exhale, extended pyramid pose. Hinge and fold. maybe no hands, nose to shin. Keep the legs strong, keep breathing. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, back foot pivots and plants. Drop right in, check your alignment, see the big left toe. Keep sinking low, ride your edge. Flip the left palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale, side angle, left forearm to left thigh, your version. Right hand either reaches straight forward or up towards the ceiling. Final inhale. Exhale, dragonfly twist. Right hand is down, left arm is high. Exhale the left hand down, 3-limb dog. Sweep that left foot up and back. Exhale, down dog. Child's pose, knees go wide, toes untuck. Push it back, have a rest. On an inhale, slither your way all the way onto your belly. Once you get there, let the hands come to clasp behind you. Do your best to keep your palms touching. Work the hands back towards the back of your mat. On an inhale, lift the chest and shoulders, lift the feet, lift the hands away from the low back, any amount. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Big breaths here, let it get intense. Do your best to keep your neck long and the shoulders relaxing away from the ears. Squeeze the feet together, squeeze the legs and thighs together. One more big breath in. Exhale, bring your left cheek down to the mat, have a rest. Inhale to lift your head. If that was your absolute edge, I want you to try that again. Otherwise, if you want to go for wheel, let's do it. Start to bend the knees so the feet go up. One at a time. Reach back, see if you can grab either the top of your foot or maybe the ankle. Yeah, once you get them, big breath in. Start to lift the shoulders and chest, lift the knees any amount. Be mindful of the knees here, that they're not splaying out to the side. Try to keep them together. Big breaths. Keep pushing the feet into the hands and then resisting with the hands. Feel that lift the knees and the thighs up away from the earth. One more big inhale. Exhale, relax down. Bring your right cheek down to the mat. Have a rest. Put your hands underneath your shoulders. Let's push up through table. Good. Cross the feet behind you. Come all the way down onto a seat. Let's have a wide leg fold. So adjust how you need to. Feet are going to come wide. We're going to keep this one active. So flex the feet back towards your towards your face. Inhale, sit up tall. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Maybe grab a hold of the outside edge of your feet. Peace sign fingers can grab the big toes, ankles, shins, wherever. You're inhaling for a nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Maybe the elbows bend a little bit. A few more breaths right here, friends. Good. On an inhale, you can release your feet. We're going to rise upright and bring the knees together. Get ready for boat pose. So start to rock around, find your sits bones. Good. I like to start with my hands behind my knees, but you do what you got to do. Get light on the toes. Start to flirt with lifting them, maybe one at a time. Good. Let your shoulders relax. Squeeze the feet and knees together. Squeeze the thighs together. Stay here with the hands behind the knees, or maybe the hands reach forward. You can straighten the legs if you need to. This is where I need to be today, so I'm going to hang out here. Let's breathe. Engage your Mula Bandha, your root lock. Like a vacuum, the lower belly pulls up and in. Engage the bathroom muscles. Keep squeezing everything in. One more inhale. Exhale, lower everything down onto the mat. Meet me in resting pose, the knees bent, the feet are planted. Let's enjoy one bridge pose to really boost us into our day, right? So the feet are going to be a little closer. See if you can reach back and brush your heels with your fingertips. Let's let the palms come next to us, or the arms next to us. Fingers reach straight up, so you got little like robot arms here. Gaze looks straight up. Try not to look at the video. On an inhale, push down and into your feet. Lift the hips. Now rock the weight left and right, squeezing the shoulder blades onto your back. Fingers stay reaching straight up. Push into the feet, push into the back of your arms. Nice long neck. If you need a bind here, arms can relax down. Grab or let the hands clasp. There you go. If you have the bind, push and squeeze the knuckles towards your heels. Lift the hips a little higher. Keep breathing. Here's your final inhale. Exhale, release your bind. If you had it, lower down one vertebra at a time. Knees knock, feet go wide. Hands rest on the body. Keep the feet nice and wide, but let the knees separate. Your arms come out to a T and let the knees fall over to the right. Gaze goes left. If you need more, feel free to bring the right ankle and place it on the outside of your left knee, inviting that left knee a little closer down towards the earth. Release the bind if you have it. Inhale, knees come to center, feet stay wide. Exhale, knees go left, gaze goes right. Enjoying the bind if you need it. Inhale the knees through to center. Let's give the knees a squeeze into the chest. Now we'll have a few breaths here, a little bit of time for you to enjoy any final movements that you need before your Shavasana, before your final rest. Maybe it's a happy baby, a candlestick, sitting the feet straight up. You decide. When you feel satisfied, start to relax your feet down towards the earth. Make your way into your final rest. Let the feet splay open naturally to the side. The palms rest face up. Take up space on your mats. Let them be further away from you than you normally would put them. Push into the heels, lift your hips and set them back down. Push into the back of your head, lift your shoulders, set them back down. Lift your head, tuck your chin, set it back down. Rinse, repeat, little self-adjustments to help you settle into your final rest. Draw a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Enjoy your Shavasana. Begin to bring your awareness back to this space. Visualize the room around you. Taste the flavor in your mouth. Draw a deeper breath into your body. Keep coming back. Finally, bring the movement to your fingers and toes, to your ankles and wrists. Let your head fall from one side to the other. Growing the movement, gradually making your way to a full body stretch. Reach the hands past the crown of your head. Stretch from the fingers to the toes. Once you feel complete, make your way into fetal position on your favorite side. Use your bottom arm as a pillow. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be happy. Use your top hand to help push yourself up to a seat. Once you arrive, allow the hands to come to heart center. Gently bow the chin. One more mindful breath in. Push it out. The light in me honors, respects, and sees that same light in each of you. Namaste.
I love you all so very much, and I miss you. I can't wait to see you again soon. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves, be kind to one another. I love you.